Rumble, Rumble Man. I want to be a Rumble Man. Look, everyone forget last year. The Rumble's the best time of the wrestling calendar year. And why do we love it so much? For all the lovely surprises. Returns from injury, calls up from NXT, beloved nostalgia pops, all the fun of the fair. Anyway, shut the hell up. There's 20 of these bastards and we're burning daylight. I'm Adam, hailing from partsFUNknown, and here are 20 best Royal Rumble surprise entrants ever. Also, there's been loads of Royal Rumble content this month. Go back and watch it. And then watch the Royal Rumble. Tell us what you thought in the comments. Please be good. Please be good. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, the dark fantasy RPG game you can download for free now on Android or iOS. Once you've done that, crack open some shards for some extra Royal Rumble vibes. Shards are special crystals which allow you to summon champions to your team. So in true Royal Rumble style, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's Grinner. Hello, Grinner. You look, oh God, smaller teeth than me though. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? It's Cage Bound. Hello, Cage Bound. What's up with you, bud? You've got a skull over your dick. It's Gizcard the Sigiled. Oh, you look like a frog blowing me a kiss, but bloody hell, you're powerful. One of my favorite champions in the game is actual WWE star Ronda Rousey. She's an actual playable character. You can get her for free whether you're a new or long-term player just by logging into Raid for 7 days between now and February 20th. Make sure to use the code RAIDRONDA to get a 3-day 100% XP boost, 500k silver, and 5 full energy refills. It's a great time to get started with Raid with their new season of the Forge Pass, the Plarium Points program to earn in-game goodies, and 4th anniversary Titan event in the new update. Download it now by clicking the link in the video description or scan the QR code on screen now to get unique bonuses worth $30. That's the free Epic Champion Chinoru, 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 Epic Skill Tome. Also, it supports partsFUNknown, and that's lovely. Raid that raid. Number 20, Bob Backlund 2000. Now, I'm sure that someone out there will actually me on this, but I'm pretty sure that Bob Backlund strolling into the 2000 Royal Rumble mid-running for Congress after being out of WWE for 4 years is one of the first ever, like, surprise returns in Rumble history. I think it is. I think it is, gang. Gets a monster pop too from the hardcore New York crowd, then proceeds to do, well, bollock all in the actual match itself, but gosh, they make a lot of noise for him. I had no idea who he was when I was a fan. Number 19, Lita 2018. The first surprise entrant of the first Women's Royal Rumble. Lita gets the kind of heartwarmingly large reaction you'd expect from a legend last seen wrestling on pay-per-view back in 2006 before Crime Time came out to sell her dildo for $25, and not a word of that sentence is a lie. Sure, she almost killed Sasha and Becky with the Lita salt, but it's still good. Still good. Number 18, Hacksaw Jim Duggan 2009. Ho! Ridiculous. The first official winner of a Royal Rumble likes to pop in now and again to shout ho, wave a stick around, and remind everyone that they're in America. He's done it a bunch of times, but by far the best one was in 2009 where he turned up, no top on lad, fair to you, and the crowd went mental for him, roaring along with the insane bus stop grandpa. 17, Goldust 2013. The closest that WWE ever came to doing Cody versus Dustin properly, a feud they kept either ignoring or f***ing up. But don't worry, no good matches ever came from Cody versus Dustin. Oh wait, monster pop for Goldust this, who was making his checks notes 5th return to the company, but was also in the best shape of his life. So much so that he stuck with the company for years after. Number 16, Mr. Perfect 2002. Man, I wish when I first started watching wrestling that I knew Mr. Perfect was, because I would have lost my tiny mind watching him return to 2002 Royal Rumble. Kurt Hennig strolled in with the same swagger and lasted to the final 3 before getting eliminated by Triple H, and then shame about the rest of his short run in the company afterwards. Number 15, Christian 2021. This would rank so much higher if Christian had actually returned in front of a live crowd. He hadn't been seen in ring for 7 years since he retired to protect his lovely brain, made his return at the 2021 Royal Rumble, had a lovely cuddle with his brother and boyfriend Edge, something that would have been tear-inducingly nice if there had been more than gifts for fans in attendance. Also, lol, he immediately went to AEW afterwards. Number 14, Diesel 2011. The gap between how happy fans were to see someone and how little they actually ended up doing has never been larger than Diesel's return at the 2011 Rumble. Holy shit. People were happy to see the worst WWE champion of all time getting the kind of monster pop that makes the Rumble so special. Look at Kofi's face. There are thunderous "Let's Go Diesel" chants, the kind that the company never heard in 1995, and he walks around, punches some people before being eliminated by Wade Barrett, I guess. Bye-bye. Number 13, Rob Van Dam, 2009. Nothing complements a shocking Rumble return than JR screaming, "It can't be!" It's just not the same when Michael Cole shouts, "Oh my." In 2009, after 2 years away, Ronald Van Donald returned for one night only before immediately heading back to the Indies. He arrived, got a monster pop, delivered all his signature offense, didn't do a whole lot of important stuff, but everyone was very happy. Story of RVD's post-2006 WWE career, to be honest. And speaking of ECW, number 12, Bubba Ray Dudley, 2015. A fact that often goes unremembered. Before Daniel Bryan was eliminated, the 2015 Royal Rumble was really good. Bray Wyatt got to conduct a sermon, interact with the Boogeyman, which was brief and fun. DDP had a fun return too, but best of all, Bubba Ray Dudley returned for one night, and he was greeted with such rapturous ovation that him and Devon both got a nostalgia run later that year. And it was also very funny to see Bubba Ray run through all the signature Dudley spots with just the closest black guy he could find. Philly really liked this one before they really didn't like everything else. Number 11, Rey Mysterio 2018. God, the 2018 Royal Rumble was mint. Genuinely one of the greatest of all time due to its clever structure, solid through lines, and blistering final stretch. With the roster being quite deep at the time, unlike the women's roster, there were not many returns here. Hurricane swung by to say hello, but more importantly, Rey Mysterio, arriving to a much nicer ovation in his last Rumble in 2014. And in the shape of his life, returning to the company after a spell in Lucha Underground, he looked great, still wrestled like a whippet, and contributed to the Ace Old versus New narrative of the final six. Number 10, Ty Dillinger 2017. Very occasionally, you want WWE to do the thing, and WWE actually does the thing, so you say, yay, they did the thing. I like it when that happens, and in 2017, which is not actually a good Rumble year despite the megastars involved, they did the thing. Ty Dillinger, a man who got super over in NXT by being obsessed with the number 10, got called up and entered the Rumble at number 10, one of the few times that main roster WWE actually seemed to understand the NXT prospect they had on their hands. Heartwarming, fun and funny. Number 9, Booker T 2011. This return is both beautiful and terrible. Beautiful because Booker T, after 4 years away, gets a humongous pop, does all his moves to the fans prolapsing themselves in joy, looks great, gets eliminated at the right time to put heat on the heel faction running the Rumble. Pretty much perfect in terms of a nostalgia return. Kinda could have done without Matt Striker shouting, "It's a mark out moment, I'm marking out, bro," on commentary, and repeatedly clapping into a live mic. That's not Booker T's fault, I suppose. Number 8, Trish Stratus 2018. The first ever number 30 in the first ever Women's Rumble for the first ever women in WWE was reserved for a very special guest, the Doctor of Stratusfactology. It's always nice to see Trish Stratus. She's unironically beloved by all, although this return does rank slightly lower for the baffling decision to not have her and Lita share the ring at the same f***ing time. Her interaction with Mickie James was truly lovely, though. Number 7, Chris Jericho 2013. A major Royal Rumble surprise return that was actually a surprise. Delightful. With the plethora of wrestling news that exists, it's very hard to have a major Royal Rumble return happen without it being hinted at by the wrestling media. Y2J thought, sod that, and shocked everyone. 6 months after Dolph Ziggler ran him out of WWE like Armin Tamzarian, after Dolph walked in at number 1, Jericho returned at number 2, and no one knew it was coming. Lovely stuff. Number 6, Mick Foley 2004. In 2003, Randy Orton adopted the gimmick that truly made him the Legend Killer gimmick. One of the legends killed was Mick Foley, whom Randall punted down the stairs and essentially drove out the company, which made Foley's return at the 2004 Rumble all the sweeter. Orton had been in the ring for half an hour when Foley banned Jack's test backstage, took his spot, and immediately wrecked Randy, kamikazing himself and Randall out of the ring. It is an awesome payoff. Number 5, The Three Faces of Foley 1998. And sticking with Mrs. Foley's baby boy for a moment, the 1998 Rumble is a bit crap. It has some moments. Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett do some fun stuff, and the Rumble accomplishes some important things. The Rock as the match's Iron Man, but it's crammed full of mid-carders who'd never win the thing in a million years, making it feel very samey throughout. JR spends the entire Rumble asking when Austin's gonna show up. like he's f***ing Poochie. The one treasured memory, though, Mick Foley wearing all 3 faces of Cactus Jack at number 1, Mankind at number 16, and Dude Love at number 28. All of them appearing throughout the match. It is very sweet. Number 4, Keith Lee, 2020. This one's just for me. But it's also a wonderful moment. Definitely the best NXT Rumble call-up. Well, maybe Shayna Baszler earlier that night, but that wasn't really a surprise. She was heavily tipped to win the thing. This was a joyous shock. North American champion Keith Lee striding into the Royal Rumble to stand face-to-face with an infatuated Brock Lesnar and punking his Minnesotan ass out. Oh, it's my favorite thing. Number 3, AJ Styles 2016. Unlike Jericho's 2013 return, everyone kinda knew that AJ Styles would probably, possibly, maybe be headed towards WWE. He strenuously denied it every turn, but even so, people thought, oh, maybe he'll go to NXT. Maybe he'll be in the Rumble, but probably not. Vince hates TNA guys after all. Boom! Nope! He's in at number 3! Number f***ing 3! Sure, they f***ed up the camera angle, thanks Kev, but Styles walked into WWE to immediately square up to WWE Champion Roman Reigns, and it was a wonderful, uncanny surprise. Number 2, Edge. Both of them. 2 all-time great returns, 10 years apart. In 2010, after being on the shelf for 6 months, Edge returned, speared everyone, came face-to-face with his former tag partner before ousting them from the match. 10 years later, after being on the shelf for 9 years, Edge returned, speared everyone, came face-to-face with his former tag partner before ousting them from the match. On both occasions, the fans went mental and it became an instant classic Rumble moment. However, you could argue that fans guessed both returns were coming, unlike number 1, John Cena, 2008, the quintessential Rumble return, the top guy in the company at number 30, returning months before anyone could have expected, surprising every single person in that building. Hell, it was so shocking that John Cena drew a rapturous pop out of the Madison Square Garden crowd, the hardcore New York fans who hated him all the time and still lost their collective minds. It's still the best return of all time and one of the reasons why you can never rule out anything when it comes to the Royal Rumble. Fight me. And that's our list. What's your favorite Royal Rumble surprise? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this video around if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to partsFUNknown for more silly wrestling content and never forget to jam that jam.